Hello everybody, welcome back to Collecting and Hobbies. Today we're going to do a review over two different figures. This is, I've got a mixed and matched. I've actually did a review of these a long time ago. This is another makeup video, and you can kind of figure out who this is. Yeah, he's got a first order head. There's a reason for that, is look how long that neck is. That's just way too long. And yeah, so this is the Rebel style Stormtrooper because it's not supposed to be the First Order one. It's actually the Kanan one. So that's Kanan's body. This is the first time they put Kanan out with a ball jointed head. But look how long that neck is. I should be like, maybe where my finger's at. There shouldn't be a ball way up there. And it's ridiculous. His head neck is way too big. I understand they did that because of this, but they did it big time. So yeah, it just looks weird, especially from this angle. Even with this helmet on, no, it's just way. The bottom of these should be basically touching this. His armor practically. It's just way off. Way off. Look at that. That's where his neck starts. The bottom of the helmet should be touching there. So, yeah, this figure is going to get about a 5, maybe. It just looks absolutely hideous, horrible. They did change the lightsaber. If you look at it down here, you can see it's much clearer, and the blade's a little bit thinner, so it looks a little bit more like Ahsoka's blade almost. And of course, I'm sure you can hold it perfect. And then the it goes in there perfectly. And his little accessory that he comes with, because this is technically from the Rogue One assortment. They no longer do the build-a-weapons, although this other figure is from the Force Awakens. Okay, so here's his little accessory. I guess it's like the Force or whatever. Spins really well. So if you're into that, and of course, let's see, how are you supposed to do this? Oh, he can actually hold this, I guess. It's actually designed for him to hold. There's a handle there. Stick his arm in there. I guess you could. It's actually better just to, yeah, it's not really, you don't ever grip them on all these. You just do it like that, and it's just as good. So here's the firing, the weapon. You've probably seen these in Mission 2-packs. Like Anakin and Yoda, all those old 2-packs. So that's pretty good. That's pretty cool. If you're a kid, you'll love that. Give this little accessory about a 8, 7.5. This figure is just way off. Way off. No matter how she tried to push that down. And so that's why I put his head and the Stormtrooper helmet on that other body. It looked way better. Because this one, First Order one, the neck isn't too long. See where the ball ends is where his ball begins. So, yeah, as far as Kanan goes, this figure is a fail, in my opinion. It's cool that they made this version of him. Put this head on something else. Put it on a different Stormtrooper. Maybe the other mission series Stormtroopers. I don't know if this is a straight repack of the old ones, but yeah, it's just terrible. If you have a regular Stormtrooper head, maybe, like I said, like I showed you at the beginning, I had the First Order Stormtrooper helmet on it. But, okay, so, he also comes with one other regular E11 Stormtrooper blaster, and it's got a smaller grip like Leia, because these Rebels figures have small hands, and he holds that just great. So if you could saw down his neck, I mean, if his neck wasn't, that's the only issue. I mean, it's so big and it's just weird. The other Kanan that I just did a review over, he was, like perfect almost. But he didn't have a ball jointed head either. Alright, so moving right along, and I'll get along to the rest of these with the, this, wow, this just came out. Build a weapon piece thing. I've got them in a bag, actually right over there. So I've got the rest of this wave to do. Alright, so as far as the Stormtrooper goes, he doesn't have any holes in his back or anything. And I've done basically the Stormtrooper before, just in a different version of it. So, that looks pretty cool. But it didn't have a head. That's why I put Kanan's head in there. But, alright, well, I guess I'll do this little build a weapon accessory first. It's actually pretty cool looking. It's got a lot of articulation. It can move in this spot. And, wow, I didn't know it could twist. Twist. You can twist here, because they come out real easy. And so that's 1, 2, 3. What about here? No. It's got 4 points of articulation. There's a hole down there for something. We'll figure this out when we get the rest of them. But for now, not sure what to do with that part. I guess you just kind of, these got a little bit bigger grips than the Rebels versions. I guess he's supposed to hold it or something like that. There we go. So I don't have the package because I already did the review a long time ago. I got more of these somewhere, but I don't know where they're at. There, well. See if you get, you can't hold it really. Let's see, maybe if I do it sideways. Because as soon as I get one in, the other one comes out. That's why a lot of people hate these build weapons. They just want more articulation, man. Well, it might be doable. It's just extremely hard to do. And I have no idea. Okay, anyways. So I'm going to get this build a weapon piece. As far as it's by itself, I mean, it looks cool, but it's not really that functional. Maybe if you have 2 Stormtroopers holding it. Yeah, so this is kind of is a standalone. It's kind of a fail. But so here's his regular head. And see, it fits much better than the Kanan one. Now, as far as the Stormtrooper himself, it was like practically perfect. hardly anything. They have a lot of this molding thing, or the way that's molded. See like creases and cracks almost kind of. It's like that with that other Stormtrooper I did a review on too. But you can stick his little gun, his blaster rifle in here. I'm kind of surprised they don't come with the blaster pistol like the 6-inch ones too. But instead they give you those big giant weapons. And he's a 53571, which means he was made like late December of 2015. So there he is. But yeah, he's about as perfect as you can. Well, just stand up. There we go. Well, maybe not. So I give the Stormtrooper. I mean, he's about as perfect as he can be. So they did great on him. I say the Stormtrooper itself, the figure itself, with that amount of articulation is perfect, like a perfect 10. So too bad for Kanan. He would be great if he only had a smaller neck. Alright, so that's my review on that. And then when I get the other figures with this crazy build-a-weapon thing, we'll do a review over the weapon and the figure. Alright, bye.